Mayor, thank you so much for your time. Tinian, I would like to say that the world's eyes are on Tinian because of the military development, and you're in your second term now. The small island community having this much development on it, how would you describe what's happening on the ground to people who don't live on Tinian every day?
Good morning, Tom, and thank you for having me, and thank you for coordinating this interview. Tinian, from the outside, some people might say, "Oh, it's still Tinian. Tinian is Tinian." But if you take a trip down now, and of course you will first see our municipality has really grew very fast in the span of almost 2 years because of this military buildup. We have seen an increase in population, maybe 600, 700. We've seen the business community starts sprucing up. We used to have only one restaurant, and that was JC Cafe. Now we have multiple restaurants. As a matter of fact, there's one more restaurant that's going to be open this week again. We will probably have like 7, 8 restaurants. We have barbershop. We have for the women also pedicure, manicure. Those things we never foresee those, especially when after Typhoon Yutu. Said, oh my gosh, how do we rebuild? A lot of our people left off island, and now we see really a thriving economy, a municipal economy, and opportunities. A lot of opportunities now. Minimum wage is $7.25. We have people being hired at the lowest at $12, $15, $17.25. Specific skills with demand, example, operator, $24, $26. So much, and what I would say the challenge is to provide the base employees. We're trying to but work with labor, NMTech, NMC, PSS. I just finished talking to one of our federal partners in providing funds for such programs to put together. Funding has always been an issue when it comes for us local, to put something together. We tend to want to do it, but then again we look around, so who's going to pay for it? So I've been in dialogue with our federal partners to come up with a fund package that would at least push through our technical institution. But it is, I'll tell you, taxes are revenue will be heavily generated this year. I believe our last number was almost $11 million. We've never had $11 million in our entire municipality. It's always been $1 million or $2 million this year.
I did want to ask about infrastructure. I know that there's some military projects happening that also improves Tinian infrastructure, but also infrastructure in the sense of, building houses and also, hotel capacity, right? So I understand those are also streams. So can you talk about what community benefits have there been for infrastructure and what challenges there are locally for hotels or building houses?
So when Yutu hit us, I would say 30% of our 40% of our hotels were offline for a couple of years, and then just as we were recovering, some of those hotels didn't really come back with the full potential, and with the impact of less tourism, it kinda hurt them just to operate. So we've opened the casino. The casino came with, I believe, 73 rooms. And then we opened up what we call the Yellow Building, but now it's named Oasis. And Oasis is like a 28 rooms, 3-story. But still, what had happened was our projects that is going on with the military had taken over majority of these rooms and transformed them into housing units for their guest workers. So we went back again to almost basically 30-40 rooms available on any given day, on 90 rooms to 100 rooms. So it's a challenge because Tom, I agree and I believe in how much we can make out of this build-up. But at the same time, I do not want to put out a perception to our tourists that you can't come to Tinian because there's no room. I don't want that. So as of yesterday, we've met with a company who is about to break ground. He's just they're going through some permitting, break ground on another hotel in Tinian. That would come maybe in February or March. We'll see how they put together, but their intention is very clear from our meeting that they're willing to build hotel and also to build residential housing on a very cheap price.
And Mayor, can you just inform the community? You meet with the military, it seems like on a regular basis, but what is the engagement with the military? How often do you meet with them to talk about the developments?
So of course, the standard protocol is from the governor's office. Whenever any of our dignitaries, a high official comes to Tinian, to visit Tinian or just to visit the Marianas, of course, it's been filtered through the governor's office, through the Office of Commonwealth Bureau of Military Affairs, and then the setup is proceeded. But we do have a quarterly leadership executive meetings, and that's when the executives meet with the military, and they will do a timeline presentation of what's going on at the projects, timelines, and what are the expectation of where this project's coming from and where we're moving forward. And also in those meetings, there is an engagement with the permitting agencies.
The last topic I wanted to ask you about is what people are calling the developer's tax. I know you wrote to the governor. Can you just explain, has there been any update since then, and what do you want to see happen?
Well, that's a good concern because I've been advocating for that to be assessed. It does not. It's very clear, and I've met with the Attorney General, and we've shown him what's our law, what's saying in our books. The DOD projects, DOD, the Office of the Department of Defense, cannot be assessed any developer's tax. But subsidiary to that, the contractors are supposed to pay developer's tax. And they're moving you see the numbers, 380 million, 409 million. Oh, that's a lot of money. At this point in time where we want to collect our taxes and make sure that they, we're not reinventing a tax law here. This is an existing tax law. If Triple J builds, expand their project, they pay. If Crown extends, they pay. What would exempt a contractor, a subcontractor of DOD? The perception of DOD not paying, it's not DOD that we're going after, it's the contractor. And a lot of these contractors, they have assessed that developer's tax within their contracts. And we just need DPW to do the assessment and then refer it to revenue and tax, and then revenue and tax will collect. If they don't collect, then we'll settle it somewhere.
So no response yet, or?
Yes. We've been working with Secretary Yumu and the Secretary of Finance to start rolling. I think this is a very large assessment that they need to do. So we're working through. While we're looking for, we're also trying to figure out where's the actual contract. So then from there, the actual number will reflect, and then that's when they can do the assessment pretty much fast.
All right, Mayor, that's all the questions I had. Anything else you want the community to know about on Tinian or the development?
First and foremost, on behalf of the people of Tinian, I want to take this opportunity, Tamno, to wish everybody else happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and manun totoy da, manun kurasonin, istinasaktan, malala pasilebra minaguf, dan para todo igrasan Zeus niya no ibisay na fan apipit naka konono muna naka fan pinunya ka fan prosper. So kwenta ni Manmaagnas ng tututin yan na niya sawang nagsitan di undang kulo na Feliz Pascua dan Ano Nuevo.